Hello, my name is Melissa Daniels, and this is Strabismus to Stereopsis, a channel where we talk all about strabismus, everything from surgery to vision therapy to all the different options there are for dealing with this issue. And today we are going to talk all about double vision and surgery. I know this is a super concerning topic for so many people, so I want to help answer some commonly asked questions. Just know that you can go over to learn.strabismussolutions.com and get individualized help. There's a quiz there that is going to help give you guidance based on where you're at right now on your journey. You can also schedule a call directly with me, and we can go into details about your specifics and what you're dealing with and what the best options are for moving forward. All right, so let's talk now about double vision and surgery. This is a major concern for people because they, before surgery are maybe like they don't like the way their eyes look because their eyes aren't straight, but functionally they're doing okay in life, right? They can drive and they can get around okay. And there's this fear, because this does happen sometimes, that you go get surgery and then all of a sudden you have a double vision and now you can't drive and now you can't function in life. And while this does happen, it doesn't always happen. There's also the same concern that people have for doing vision therapy, right? Like, oh, well, but I might get permanent double vision. That's what the surgeons will say. And that is the thing. With strabismus, your eyes aren't working very well together. Pretty much with any kind of strabismus, there's some sort of binocular vision problem going on. And so double vision is always part of the risk, no matter what direction you decide to go, surgery, vision therapy, whatever. But I want to kind of shed some light on when it's the most, when to be the most concerned, when to not be super concerned. Okay, so I want to talk about suppression. Many people with strabismus were, born with strabismus or developed it really early in life, and they only use one eye, right? One eye is off and one eye is on all the time. And for these people, they learned, this is my case, we learned early on how to adjust, right? We're only using one eye, we get the surgery, we kind of learn how to adjust. And sometimes we have something called anomalous retinal correspondence a lot, where we don't even use the center of our fovea, like in the back of our eyeball. We don't even use the right part to see our central vision with the weak eye. Like, we have some different things that we've developed to help avoid double vision. And so for people who are in that, group where we're great at suppression, we can kind of ignore that other eye. We don't even have to try. Like, I never saw double vision ever my entire life until I started vision therapy. I had never seen with both eyes at the same time. So the risk for me developing double vision after surgery is really low, honestly, because my brain is already really good at ignoring the other eye image. And so it's not like I'm going to not be able to ignore it after surgery. Now, that also means that my eyes might not stay straight because I'm not using them both, right? Like, my brain's like, well, why does it have to be straight? It's easier to ignore when it's off to the side. So there are some complicating factors, but let's just talk double vision. Even if you get the double vision right after surgery, probably within a week or 2 or 3, you are not going to have that double vision anymore. Your brain is going to readjust just like it always does, and you are going to overcome that. That's really common. For people who didn't have double vision going into surgery, so no double vision before surgery, only 4% will have double vision after surgery. That doesn't go away. Most people will experience some double vision for especially the first day or 2 after surgery, but usually that goes away pretty quick. Now, there are exceptions, of course, and people who think, oh yeah, I'm suppressing, but then they realize they're actually not suppressing. So there are a lot of in-betweens, and then there's a lot of people who develop strabismus later and they already have double vision, right? So one thing that you can do to kind of, give yourself a little bit of a test is I made this image for you guys. This is an image of just 2 pencils pointing at each other, And if you were to wear red and blue or red and green glasses like this with this image, one eye would be able to see the red pencil, one eye would be able to see the blue pencil. Now, if you are suppressing, you are going to see either the red or the blue pencil. You're not going to see them both simultaneously. You might kind of see one and then the other one like is flashing in and out, or like it's going between the two, but usually, if you're suppressing, you're only going to see one or the other. Okay, so if you are seeing both, there's a lot of different ways you can see them. So are you seeing them aligned? Are you able to move your eyes so that these pencils look exactly level? Or are you seeing something else? Like this, where you see both pencils, but they're separated. In reality, they're together, but are you seeing them in a way where they're separated? Horizontally or vertically and horizontally. Or, really fun, is one of them twisted. If you have double vision and you are seeing all of these wild, instead of the pencils lined up, you're seeing them at different angles and you can't get those lined up, I have more concerns about how surgery is going to affect your vision. Because if your eyes are usually out and the surgeon overcorrects it and turns them in and you had double vision before, you're likely to still have double vision after. Surgery is just not going to solve like the heart of the problem. This is why I'm always recommending vision therapy first before surgery. I've had lots of videos about this because vision therapy is addressing the brain. It's talking to the brain and saying, hey, we want to use these eyes together, and teaching the brain how to use the eyes together so that, maybe there's some like muscle weakness or tightness and you need a little help with getting those muscles aligned. But if your brain doesn't know how to fuse those images together, that's when you're going to get the double vision. Overall, if you are completely suppressing before surgery, your brain will probably continue to suppress after surgery and you won't have to worry about double vision. Okay? I'm not going to talk at all about success of the surgery and all of those things. We're just talking double vision. You probably aren't going to have to worry about it. If you have double vision before surgery, there are times where the surgery can help you to get single vision. You hear of that a lot. Somebody has, intermittent eye turn and it's like double vision out here, single vision here, and the surgery aligns the eyes. They don't have to worry about the double vision anymore. They feel so much better. You hear that. You hear those stories. You also hear stories of where it doesn't fix it, where the eye turns in instead. You also hear stories of where it lasts, but only for a couple years, and then the double vision comes back, right? So when you start with double vision, surgery doesn't seem to fix it long term as often. And there are times where you are going to get, instead of having double vision that's side by side, you're starting to get this torsional angle that really starts to complicate things and makes it more difficult. And so I guess I would just say, look into vision therapy before you do the surgery. For those of you that already have surgery scheduled and maybe you already had the surgery and you're dealing with double vision after surgery, I would say first give it time. Your brain is going to take time to adjust. Usually by week 2, most people are not going to have it. Even by like day 2, the double vision really starts to subside. But by 2 weeks out, it's pretty much taking care of itself. If it is persisting long past that, and especially like when you get to the 6-week mark, that is when you know like it isn't going anywhere right now. And so you need to take some steps. And I wouldn't do another surgery at that point. Now we know surgery is not the answer. That's when I would really look into vision therapy and get your brain working with both eyes at the same time. That is going to be what makes the biggest difference. I hope this isn't bad news. I know double vision is so debilitating. It is scary. It is something to be afraid of. I'm sorry, like it can be really, really difficult. And so don't mess around with this stuff, right? Do the research, get opinions from multiple doctors, and try to figure out, okay, in my case, which is different than everyone else, right? What is the best option? And you need to figure that out. That is something that don't just go with one doctor and they say, oh, yep, I'm going to do the surgery and it'll get rid of your double vision, or you won't have any double vision for sure. We don't know that for sure. Also, go to an office that does vision therapy. You can, I'll put the link in my description. I help people do that for free. But get some different opinions so that you can understand your risk, the potential risk for having double vision after the surgery, because I've seen that happen to a lot of people, and it's really sad. And it is hard to overcome, just emotionally and physically. It can be really difficult. And it can be overcome, but do the research ahead of time and see if you can't avoid some of that heartache. We will see you guys in the next video. I am working on a series geared towards children and helping parents and children understand strabismus and amblyopia a little bit better. So be keeping an eye out for that, and we will see you soon.